Hola beauty amigos, welcome back to my channel. So today is super exciting because I'm going to be trying out on camera these ColourPop favorites from KathleenLights. She did a full-length video, like 30 minutes long, of all of her favorite ColourPop products. And so it was really hard to narrow down which products I wanted to order for myself and try out from her favorites list. So without further ado, be sure that you like this video, be sure that you subscribe to my channel, and be sure that you follow me on all of my other social media right here. And let's get started. Okay, I went ahead and applied all my eyeshadow that's gonna go with this look. I've got my Model's Own Runway Foundation. It is way too pale for me. So I actually have been using it to whiten my eyeball so that way I can put color over it. I'm going to take the ColourPop E4 brush and I'm just going to take a little bit of product onto it and we're going to test out how this cuts the crease. In my opinion, the brush did an awesome job at keeping the product straight into the crease, so the brush didn't move around or anything. It just kind of fit the crease really well and just gliding that product right along it. So I approve of this brush and I will be using it to practice cut creasing now. I'm going to go ahead and go in with Walk of Fame. So let me get it out of the box here. I'll keep you guys zoomed in so that way you can see what's going on. Again, I'm sorry if the camera is not perfectly focused. It has a hard time focusing on its own. I'm going to go ahead and take some Walk of Fame onto that same E4 brush. Holy frickin' moly. Oh my god. So pretty. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. What the? So that is what Walk of Fame looks like on the eyelids. So warning, if you mess up with this, you are going to have a really hard time moving it. It dries really fast and it stays wherever you placed it, like you have no chance of moving it. Because I went outside of my line a little bit over here. I don't know if you can see it, it's not that big of a mess up. But I did go a little bit outside where I cut the crease on accident, and yeah, there was no moving it. It was there for good. So it claimed its spot and it is not being moved anymore. So if you don't get this nice and smooth the first time, it is a little bit hard to go back over it because then parts of it start patching off because it held on so concrete to the eye, which is good because it's not going to move, but it's really hard to fix mistakes. And product, she did say that Walk of Fame is one of the SuperNova shadows that you have to work a little bit more with because it's one of their lighter shades, so it can get a little bit patchy and you do have to like go over it. And I see that is my one complaint, is I see little tiny like patches of skin showing through. It's not super obvious though, unless somebody gets right up on my face and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, they're trying to find something wrong with my eyeshadow. So yeah, I approve of that. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my eyes and then I'm gonna come back and apply Mr. Bing. All right, it is time to apply Mr. Bing. So I'm just gonna apply this to the lower waterline and see how it looks. Wow, that is super pretty. It's actually really pigmented. It went into the waterline very easily and it looks beautiful. It reminds me a lot of that old color that I was talking about to you guys earlier, but it makes my eyes just look so much more green and pop. That's gonna be a new favorite. I'm gonna be wearing that like every day. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to try out the ColourPop SuperShock Cheek in Flexitarian. I'm really excited to try this out. I know this is the moment like everybody's waiting for. Mine came a little broken, which I was about to be really upset about, but luckily this SuperShock formula, if you've never felt it before, it feels almost like you're touching something like Play-Doh, like a slightly wet Play-Doh. It's really odd, but I actually was able to like mesh it back together with my finger because of the way that the formula is. I'm gonna take my usual brush, which is the Morphe M501. It's a fluffy and looks like that. On one side of my face, I'm going to use this brush, and on the other side of my face, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Beauty Sponge, so that way I can see which one looks a bit better. Just gonna swirl some of my brush into that, like that. Wow. Wow, that is so pretty. It actually is, okay, no, this is weird. It's reflecting the color of my light. So my light has kind of like an icy blue tone to it. It is so reflective that it is reflecting that, because when you see it without the light shining directly on it, it looks like it's just like a wet piece of highlighter on your cheek. I always go back and blend out my highlighter with the Morphe MB1, and so I'm gonna do that right now. Let's go ahead and try it with the beauty sponge. I'm going to take the tip of this and I'm just going to dip it lightly in that because I don't want to take too much of the product. And I'm going to try it on this cheek. It looks super pretty blended out with the beauty sponge as well. It made it look, I think, even more skin-like in my opinion. But I think for like a quick application, I'd go for the brush, and for like a more, oh, I'm trying really hard and I want it to look a lot smoother, I would go for the sponge. I think the sponge didn't apply it as evenly either, even though it did make it melt into the skin more. I was gonna blend it in more with that brush, but that highlight is so pretty. From what I can tell in this lighting, it's not making like my cheek look gray or look like there's a strip of anything. It finally looks like I have a glow on my cheeks and on my cheekbones. It doesn't look like I have a strip of something obviously there on the cheekbones, and that is a win for me. So I'm just gonna apply it in the other usual spots I apply it to, which is the nose, arches of the eyebrows, and a teeny weeny bit on the chin. Okay, so now that I have all of that applied, I'm going to do the lips. I'm just going to outline my lips really quick with my MAC lip liner in Stone. Actually, first I'm going to put Strip on. Since it's a satin lip, it's not going to dry down and be hard to move around. So I'm going to put that on with this look first so you can see how that applies. Okay, and as you can see, it is a really pretty like toasted almond kind of color. I really like it, and it goes on so smooth and so soft. I had never tried their satin lip formula before. I only tried their matte formula, and the satin lip, it doesn't dry down as matte as a matte formula does, but it makes your lips look soft and natural, which is really cool. My lips really look so, I guess, kissable right now. Let's see if it transfers onto my hand. It does have transfer, as you can see. Again, it's not the matte formula, so it doesn't dry down completely. It's more of a comfortable formula, and this is the one that Kathleen said is her favorite of all the formulas. I'm gonna apply Chi over top of it. Go ahead and dab my lips with a tissue. This color is so pretty. It's like my perfect color, I swear. So I'm gonna wait for it to dry down and then do the little transfer test on my lips. Alright, so it has completely dried down matte, and my lips still look really nice and smooth and healthy, especially, that's really cool, especially because I stacked it on top of another lip product. But let's go ahead and kiss my hand and see. So the only thing that transferred was some of my lip liner surrounding it, that little faint line you can see, but the actual color itself did not transfer. So it stays in place when it comes into contact with things, which is really, really nice. And it looks so pretty. I love this color. Now let's go ahead and apply the gloss and see how the gloss looks over top and see how it feels. This gloss does have pigment on its own, so it's probably going to maybe lighten this lip color a little bit, but I mainly want to see how the formula is, and it is supposed to have its own colors, so you could pop on this gloss alone if you wanted to. I just won't be doing that today because I decided to go lip color crazy, and yeah, I just have to try them all at once. Holy moly, that's only a little bit of the gloss and it's so juicy looking. Okay, my lips look ultra juicy right now, and on top of that, this color is so pretty. I could tell over the top of Chi that it's a warm, it's almost like a toasted color, kind of like Strip, but not as dark, but it is more of like a warm nude over the top of the lips. Oh my gosh, I bet it looks so pretty just on its own. Oh, I love it. Right, so that is all the ColourPop products, and they all seriously look so good. Oh my gosh, like I love all of them. The only one that has a little bit of like difficulty to work with is Walk of Fame, and I'll have to work with that a little bit more because it can come out a little bit patchy, and I'm not sure how well you can actually cut your crease with it just because it is kind of patchy, but everything is so beautiful, and I 110% approve of all the products, especially Mr. Bing and lip products. Oh my gosh, actually no, all of them, because the highlighter is legit like crazy beautiful right now. I don't know if you can see it from all the way over there, but oh my goodness, I'm excited, I'm excited. Anyways, that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching me try out the ColourPop products today. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure that you subscribe to my channel, and be sure that you follow me on all of my other social media right here. And yeah, that completes this video. Thank you again. I'll see you next time. Adios.